Hey, welcome to Hey We're Talking. Oh, hey, how you doing?
My bad, sorry.
Welcome to episode 80.
What?
Bob said on the last episode that it was episode 78, but he was wrong. It's episode 80. This one is. The last one was 79.
You could
Bob,
have
talk
corrected me
again.
at the time.
You sound weird. Doesn't he sound weird again, Derek?
Yeah.
What happened? Talk again.
Hello, 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 hello.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just because you were too far back.
All right, I'll sit closer to the mic. I'm sorry. I'm
okay.
just not used to having this big black thing in front of my mouth.
know.
It's not
But
like we have. Yeah, it's not like we haven't done 80 episodes of this show.
Yeah, but
Nowhere to
this
sit.
microphone, as some people may already pick up, it's like not cutting out. That's the whole reason that he switched mics. We were having this thing where Bob would be talking while one of us is talking, and he would just disappear. It would just like cut him out.
Well, this ain't my favorite style of mic, so I'm gonna wind up getting a new one. But I just have this one sitting here because it's for sale. So
Yeah.
this is one of the
So
ones
if you're
picked up at my auction and it's for sale. I got two of them actually.
there you
Well,
go.
I got
So if
one
you guys
that's
are
a
looking for a
snowball.
Yeti microphone, and he's got that looks like a snowball of some kind.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Look at that,
Well,
guys.
I don't want to create a video with a whole bunch of mics in front of my face though. So
Oh yeah, don't do that.
So yeah, that's the Yeti Snowball. That's a pretty nice mic.
Guys,
It's got a
build bridges.
good
Don't
sound.
burn bridges.
I'm not burning anything.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to have a whole bunch of mics and look silly.
Yeah.
This is my
Shane.
microphone.
I know.
And then
You
there's
need to
this
get a
one
real
here.
microphone too, man. Come on.
I think
80
I-
episodes and you still only have that.
Yeah, but
And-
I mean, it works.
I sound amazing. So
You sound adequate.
You should do some voiceover work.
Yeah.
I should look into that.
Look at how he's really pushing
Oh.
the deepness of his voice right now.
Oh, you guys. On Hey We're Talking, episode 80, the guys discuss things.
So I was really wrong about that. I said the wrong episode.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you did.
you completely
that's okay.
screwed up the chronology. But that's okay because literally nobody cares.
I
Okay.
am like just okay. So I watched Derek's brother on a Facebook thing this past week, and I was trying to pick up the similarities between he and his brother, and so I'm laughing because there are a few like there. You would think that there'd be way more, but there's certain things like the faces they make and stuff. It's fun. It's like I'm seeing all of them because I watched Brandon on like he did a thing for Facebook, and it's like it was for the CMT, like because he played. Derek's like not filling in the blanks here, but he played it like an opening thing.
You're talking and you're not pausing. You're just talking and talking and talking, not pausing, not pausing.
That's how we do it from the
Here we
Midwest.
go
We're not like in
again.
Texas where
Okay,
we go.
Brandon was
And,
it was CMA Fest in Nashville.
There you go, CMA.
and he was invited to the Facebook Loft. where
Yes.
He was interviewed by Facebook, like the actual company Facebook.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
And he talked about his boots and how comfortable they were.
Yeah.
He basically just took questions from people on Facebook.
Who's better? His boots under.
Ah!
His wife.
Ryan Twain, I get you. I got you.
Yeah, see?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's his
little,
karaoke song.
Little country music there. See?
Yeah, but he sings a Shania Twain when he does karaoke. That's his go-to.
Any man of mine? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Derek nailed it. Did you hear that? That
Oh,
means he
yeah.
really knows his brother.
I
Yep.
know my brother.
And
Yeah.
Shania.
Yeah, and the similarities don't stop there. We're both, very charismatic, loved by many, ruggedly handsome.
I was going to say devastatingly handsome.
Yeah. Amazing lovers. I mean, I don't.
I don't know about that, but how do you know that your brother's never?
2 out of 3 ain't bad. I don't know. we don't talk about that. So
His brother, the way that your brother is different in his presentation is he's much
He's
more
taller.
animated. He's much more animated. No, I think his
Yeah.
brother's shorter. Is your brother shorter than you?
he's a little bit taller than I am.
Really?
I was gonna say he can't be much shorter. He'd be dwarf size.
Hey.
4'8's a dwarf. So Derek's like 5
you're
foot.
so mean. That's why he had so much fun in the caverns.
He felt like he was home.
I am finally in my home. Anyway,
Well, this took an unexpected turn where I'm being
why are we
being maligned. Why?
And,
Yeah, I'm short guy. I'm 5'7". I'm sorry. I'm average height and above average weight.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was gonna say nobody ever picks on me for how fat I am, and we know how fat I am. So
You pick on yourself.
I took my son to the doctor today for a physical. He's 5'9.5" and 167 pounds.
wow, the good old days,
Yeah.
being under 2.
Well, hey, I'm under 2. I stepped on that scale too, and I'm like, getting close.
You're under 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like 195.4.
Yeah.
4.
My
That's
son,
what the scale said.
And I hate you for it. Go ahead.
14 years old. He's like this athlete,
Yeah.
and yeah,
And he's got a deep voice.
he does. He's like,
He's
hey.
taller than you, isn't he?
It's like, hey, everybody.
He's not taller than me yet, but I'm sure he will be. He's growing like a weed.
My
Right
son,
now, he's at church camp right now.
my
Church
son is
camp.
my son is a ½ inch shorter than I am.
Wow.
Yeah. And he is at band camp. It's mandatory band camp right now.
Mandatory band camp.
We're not going to talk about what happens at band camp.
Exactly. You don't talk about what happens at band camp. All right, listen. We're so far in already, and we're not hitting our topic.
Sorry, Boontar.
No, it doesn't matter.
No.
What? Does Boontard not let us talk about what we're supposed to talk
I
about?
don't know. I just figured I'd mention his name on every show.
He's just making references.
Hi,
All right.
Hi, Boontar. Hi.
This is what we
Hey,
were
Boontard
originally
Joe.
going to talk about on Monday was the best way that we ever quit a job. Do you guys still want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, if y'all have stories.
You don't have any, Derek?
I've had like a handful of jobs my whole life, and I've been respectful. The craziest story I had was what was that?
Nothing. No one said anything. I
Okay.
laughed.
Not at all, actually.
I thought I heard a noise. I don't know.
No.
I had to quit Pizza Hut rapidly because I was going into the military. They called me. They were like, "Hey, you got to go," and I was like, "All right, I'm done." And they were like, "Okay," and that was the most interesting way I've ever quit a job. All the rest have been,
Wow.
here's 2 weeks notice, or your contract's ending and you're going home at this time. That's
Interesting.
yeah.
Well,
I laughed at Pizza Hut, and I'm gonna jump in, Scott, just because
Go.
that's my number one way I quit a job.
Do
So
it.
I was just a cook at Pizza Hut, making pizzas and throwing them in the oven and boxing them up and all that stuff. And management decided to change. So new management comes in, and they said, instead of making pizzas, we want you to go door to door and hang these flyers on the doors. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Not especially where they wanted me to go. It's kind of a little rougher neighborhood. I'm like, I'm not going there. He goes, well, you're not going to have a job then. I said, well, I won't have a job then. I took off my shirt, my Pizza Hut shirt, grabbed my leather jacket, so I had no shirt on, and I just walked right out. I'm like, fine, that's the way you want to be. I'm out of here. So,
How old
and
were
everybody
you?
just kind of, I was like 16.
okay.
And everybody just kind of, I had like a 6-pack at that point, like 6 hairs on my chest.
Yeah, man.
And everyone just kind of looked at me like, this dude. Like it probably would have went viral at this point if that would have been around back in those days.
Yeah, someone would have pulled out their cell phone and recorded you doing it, and you would have been a hero.
Yeah, nowadays, back then it would have been like, hold on, let me grab the camera. Put it up on the shoulder. Hold on, let me focus. Let me get in. Okay, here we go.
So
But
is
yeah.
that's your best one?
That's probably the best way that I've quit a job, just by
Okay.
taking off my uniform right there in the store. Customers standing there, and just said, all right, I'm done, dude. I'm not going to go hang flyers. That's not what I was hired for. I was hired to make pizzas.
Hey, man, that's
I was
not
damn
in
good
my
at it.
job description, dude.
Yeah.
I was working at a radio station in Detroit, a very big radio station,
Is this the same one where you pooped yourself?
No, different radio station.
Oh no! here
And
comes
this was
another
my
poop
first
story.
radio job, and I worked as a basically production person. So I recorded the commercials, edited commercials, voiced commercials, all that kind of stuff. So this place that I worked at, we would go out on sales calls with the salespeople and pitch them ideas for commercials before they were even clients. So I was working probably 60, 80 hours a week. It was brutal. And they actually at one point pitted, there were two of us that were like kind of like production lackeys. We were like the bottom of the rung. I was probably like 22 years old at the time. And Cheryl and I had been married for maybe like a year and a half, 2 years. And anyway, the other guy that worked with me, they basically told us, hey, we are going to fire one of you, and we haven't decided who yet. And I was just like, what the? That's messed up. So time goes by. This guy basically cracks under the pressure and quits before they can fire one of us. And so it's just me. And so my workload just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Anyway, go out on the sales call with this chick, and I'm at my wit's end. One day, I come into my office, and I, what the heck? Anyway, I come into my office. She just walks in with the dogs, and they're barking. And I'm like, okay. So I come into my office, and I clean the whole office, my whole desk out while everybody's gone, because I was there really late at night. Come in the next morning, and everybody thought I had quit because I just cleaned everything out of my office, basically. And I was like, no, I was just cleaning stuff up. And everybody's like, yeah, right. So a little more time goes by. Things get more and more stressful. I'm in a meeting with this girl and my boss. And she is the worst person to work with ever. And we're sitting there, and I said, hey, this is what I want to do, blah, 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 for this commercial. She said, no, that's not good enough. And I gave her another idea. She goes, no, that's not good enough. Give her another idea. Things just keep going back and forth like that. So I go, you know what? I think I'm done. And my boss goes, what? And I go, yeah, I think I'm done. He goes, what are you talking about? And this guy was, this was a nice guy. My boss was a nice guy. We got along really well. I go, yeah, I think I'm done. And he just keeps staring at me. And the sales chick is just like flabbergasted. And I go, nice knowing you guys. And I stand up and I walk out. And Cheryl was in school at the time still. She was in college. So I show up at college when I knew she had a lunch break in my car. I'm sitting there. And I go, so I quit my job today. She goes, okay. And that was it. But I just walked out. Just literally walked out of the building. That was it. Just walked out. That's it. Bye. It felt good, though. It was quite a relief until then I didn't have any money. Then it wasn't a relief anymore.
Well, that's usually the case. I know when I quit McDonald's, my last thing was just I put a whole bunch of burgers on, like the max amount you could fit on the grill, and walked away.
See, that's better than the Pizza Hut one.
I don't know.
I like that better.
So nowadays at McDonald's, they have these machines that you put so it'd be 9 burgers on, and then you press it down and it cooks.
That's
both
what they
sides
had
at
when
one
I was
time.
there.
Well, the first when I worked there a long time ago, they just had an open grill top.
You had to flip
So
them?
you just throw them on there and you boom, 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 flip them real quick. So my final day, I'm like, I didn't give a 2-week notice, not now. It was so awesome for so long because we had great management. The crew at nighttime was awesome. We'd all just kind of hang out and we'd work. We were probably the fastest drive-through you could imagine.
They
'cause we'd
were
get everything
fastest in
done.
the land.
Yeah, the fastest in the land, and the burgers actually look like the ones on TV.
You
not
guys
these
took real
smashed.
pride.
Yeah,
in
not
making
these
sure those
smashed
burgers came out looking good.
mush and garbage. So, my final day I was there, I'm like, just fed up with this place, and this grill could fit. I don't know how many burgers were on there, but I went and got a fresh box of burgers, threw it in the thing.
They're
and
all
just started-
hockey pucks, by the way. So
They
everybody
are.
knows.
They're just
hockey
frozen
pucks.
patties like this big. and I just went and layered both grills with as many burgers as I can, and I was done. So obviously,
Were you planning to quit, or was that like, I'm fed up, I've just decided on this moment I'm quitting?
Yeah, that's pretty much. I just like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't need this anymore. You know,
Yeah.
McDonald's. It was a great job to start and get a little bit of work, but it just became, after management change, it just became. Once they started acting like a business, I wanted nothing to do with it. It was
The
a
thing
cool
that's
hangout
crazy,
to work
though,
at.
is that you're saying you had to flip them even when I was like, because my first real job was at a McDonald's in Taylor, Michigan, or was it Dearborn Heights? I can't remember. Anyway, but we had those things at the place when I was 16, dude.
Yeah,
How are
so-
they not? How did they not have those at yours?
Probably just an older store. You know, the
Wow.
store's right down the road from me. They did demolish the store and upgraded everything, and everything's new. And
Look at Derek's face, man, while we're talking about this stuff.
This is crazy. This is crazy because we're talking about the progression of McDonald's grill technology.
It's-
What's the most profound thing, in my opinion, is not I mean the story's very fascinating. I really enjoyed the
I
story.
can tell you're riveted.
No. Hey! I'm not being sarcastic. Shut up, you. All right.
Show's over.
The
Go again.
You're not burger flippers anymore. You've got technology
Yeah.
to flip you're not even burger flippers. What's the deal? You know, remember
It
what
just
you
took
say.
the
If
whole
you're
thing.
gonna grow up to, what's the whole saying? It's like, if you're gonna be in like a do nothing job, it's like, I'll just become a burger flipper. But you're
Listen.
not even flipping burgers.
Nope.
No,
Just
listen.
monitoring a grill.
Here's the thing. So they were doing the George Foreman grill before George Foreman was doing the George Foreman grill, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and the other
But the
thing is,
they can always only cook 9 burgers at a time, or if they have 2 of those things, 18 burgers at a time. Where
we had,
I would throw down 20 of them, man, and just bop, bop, bop.
yeah, but we had like a whole big long thing, and it had all those little, and so you could cook tons at a time doing
I
that.
just love this comparison of 20-year-old McDonald's technology. It's
Hey,
back
20?
in my day.
Hey,
back
bro,
in my day.
it was 30 years ago for me.
Not for
okay.
me.
So, and I'll tell you what, I was going to explain some of the other stuff here. So here's the other thing, Derek. So like all the buns and stuff, we had this thing, you would set these buns in this thing, and so that it would caramelize them, right? So you know how you have a crispy, when you go to McDonald's, the bun's not like soft bun, it's like toasted.
I think the word is toasted, not caramelized.
But
Yeah,
that's what they
caramelized.
tell you when we want our buns caramelized. That's what they said, not toasted, okay? And then not only that, so you got this thing that you put these buns in, they take the time to come out, and they're timed to come out just at the right time before that little thing. And our little press for our grill, it was timed, and it would pop up when the burgers were done cooking.
Yep.
The buns would come out. You'd put that cheese on the bun or on top of the burger, put the burger on, and then the condiments were in this thing, like this little gripper thing, and you squeezed it once, and it put the exact amount of ketchup and the exact amount of mustard that was supposed to be on
Oh
it.
yeah, it's like a silicone gun or a caulk gun.
Yeah.
Just
I think that just takes the artistry out of it.
Yeah, there's it's like a well-oiled machine. There's nothing interesting that is cooked at a McDonald's. It's all like scripted.
Have you ever had a McGangbang?
Oh, what?
It's a double.
What did you just say?
It's like an off-menu item. It's called a McGangbang. This is
what
courtesy. I heard this from Boontar,
Oh, of course.
brother Boontar. All right, this is the McGangbang from McDonald's. You get a double cheeseburger, and you order a McChicken, and you stick the chicken sandwich in between the 2 beef patties. Now there are 2 schools of thought. There's schools of thought on this. One is, you just leave the McChicken sandwich whole and put it between
With the bun?
with the bun, and then there's another school of thought where you remove the bun and just
Yeah.
put the chicken patty and the condiments and slide it in between
Between the beef.
between two beef patties,
slide it in
and you
between.
got this monster sandwich.
Well,
It's
see-
like-
You put the chick in between the 2 beef.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds weird. We had a chick sandwich. I mean, we customized our own stuff to where we take a Big Mac bun, so it's got
Yeah.
the three-tier bun, and then
Yeah.
we put a McChicken on the bottom, and then a grilled chicken on top.
No point.
Nah, it was good. It was this freaking tall. I mean, it was 6 inches tall. It was a good sandwich. You load tons of cheese on it, barbecue sauce, mayo. That was good.
I did the chicken sandwich with cheese and mac sauce instead of mayo on it, and it was good.
So
And I didn't do anything because I worked at Pizza Hut and not McDonald's.
You never did any kind of weird stuff with like pizzas?
Yeah.
You didn't
Well,
do-
yeah, we did it. But,
So tell us about one of your pizza creations.
like, I think we would do like strombolis or calzones when we'd take the personal pan pizza dough, we'd stretch it out, throw like a crap ton of toppings on it, and then fold it over, so you get like a giant hot pocket,
A calzone.
like calzone or stromboli. I don't know the difference. Anybody know the difference? I don't know. Look, guys, we're 21
it's
minutes.
a hot
in.
pocket, and it's
Yeah,
good. That's
like
all
a
I
Hot
know.
Pocket. We probably should end the episode. It's episode 80, and name it McGangbang.
Got it. It's on you.
Oh my gosh. You can hear my little terror in the background. I keep trying to mute my microphone, but
I don't hear nothing.
She keeps the little Maddie girl.
If she sounds
Anyway.
like that, she's probably dying on, choking on something. If she's like, "Arr,"
No, she's making bark noises.
that's what puppies do.
Or she's barking. I could just say that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Bark noises.
McGangbang episode. Okay. So that one can't go on the country station. We know that.
No.
If we're referencing this, I have a friend, my buddy Goonie, he's running an
Goonie.
internet radio station, and I asked him if he needed content and maybe thought he could put the "Hey, we're talking" show on.
No.
And he was like, "Is it family friendly? Because this is like a
No.
farm community. Like it's like 50 miles north of where I live, and it's
When you
like
say McGangbang, no.
farmers and ranchers. McGangbang. I mean, what's the problem?"
All the
Thank-
farmers are going to think of, like Old
Yeah.
MacDonald and a bunch of sheep.
Yeah.
The gangbang.
Thanks, Boontar, for making our episode not so family friendly.
Well,
right.
if he's listening to everything backwards, he won't hear this for.
I know.
Well,
Waters.
he'll like listen to the new stuff, but he'll go back and
Ooh, the classics.
reach further into the depths. And he actually thought for a while that I actually went to a Tim McGraw birthday party.
You didn't?
He's like, "You never told me about that." I'm like, "It's because it didn't happen."
Are you sure? I feel like it did.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it happened.
Okay.
All right. Gordy just came into the room, and he's wondering what's going on. So let's
Gordy's
wrap
his
this
little
one up.
midget servant, by the way.
Yeah. And we'll talk with y'all on Friday.